The article that I chose is inclusion of electronic sports in the Olympic Games for the right or wrong reasons. Introduction. According to the authors of the article, with so many popular and unique sports taking place around the world, one of the most important challenges for the International Olympic Committee is to decide which sports are worthy of inclusion in the Olympic Games. In recent years, there has been a lively debate about the possible inclusion of electronic sports, such as esports, in the Olympic Games. This article presents multiple perspectives on the possible incorporation of esports into the Olympics. The authors hope that this article will promote further discussion about the possible inclusion of esports in the Olympics. In the sports, some researchers argue that esports should not be considered esports because it's like the direct physicality found in baseball and football. On the other hand, other researchers point out that injuries occur in sports, including wrist and elbow injuries. In addition, esports depend on sustained levels of intense attention and decision-making under time pressure, two attributes that scholars identify as necessary for sport. The authors also point out that to increase the popularity of esports, video game companies and game designers may intentionally sportify video games and implant opportunities for competitive real-time gameplay in the game in a sports-like manner. I am going to talk about the two right reasons to include esports in the Olympic Games. First is popularity. The Olympics is one of the most watched sporting events in the world. As a result, there are many players, spectators, and fans. Second, attracting a younger age group of viewers. In recent years, the median age of viewers in the US has been high, and viewership among younger age groups has been declining. The authors point out that the inclusion of esports competitions could bring younger generations into the Olympic and increase their desire to watch the games. For the next, I am going to talk about the wrong reasons to include esports in the Olympic Games. There are three wrong reasons to include esports in the Olympic Games. First, violence inherent in esports. The authors point out that the violence inherent in certain types of esports, such as first-person shooters, does not fit easily with the values of Olympism. The authors. Second is esports selection and planning. In many cases, Olympic competitions are planned for 5 to 10 years, but the dynamic nature of esports and ever-changing technology can make this quite challenging. The third one is health and wellness issues. Health issues such as excessive caffeine intake, adequate sleep, and sedentary issues must be considered. There are also potentially adverse effects from prolonged viewing of computers and mobile screens. Conclusion: while the inclusion of esports need to be fully considered to address declining and aging Olympic viewership, several issues related to the field of esports and to esports governance and policy must be resolved. Whether to include esports in the Olympic Games is not so much a question of whether to include them, but rather when and how to include them.
This is the reference. Thank you.